Hello and welcome. We have made it to our final destination in Colombia, and although we are so sad, we're so excited to explore Cartagena, Colombia.
There's actually so much history and things to do here, and we only have 48 hours, so I'm really excited to go out and explore for the day.
So first things first, we're gonna go find some food. We have noticed that Cartagena is more expensive than Bogota, Guadalupe, and Salento, so we're gonna search around to see if we can find something that's a little bit cheaper.
Got a pineapple drink and it is so smooth, so creamy, so delicious. Oh my gosh.
So we found a pretty good lunch spot, and it was actually very affordable. It was only $4.14 for everything, and that's including that really delicious pineapple drink we had. And so now we are back at our Airbnb so that Chad can get his instant coffee of the day.
Much needed. I forgot to get it this morning, so now I'm getting caffeinated before we go out for the rest of the day. So we were just relaxing for a little bit and we started to hear something outside, and sadly it is raining. So because it is raining outside, we actually just sat down and we read through all of the comments on the video that came out today, which is our Salento video. And they are just so nice and so kind, and I feel so grateful for what we're doing here with YouTube.
In the community, honestly,
Yes.
like, you guys don't realize how big of a motivation you guys are for us to continue doing what we're doing and to continue sharing our lives with like a very public audience. It's very daunting sometimes, but it's so rewarding, especially when we have such a positive and loving community that shares that back with us. It really makes us smile so big whenever we read it.
All right, let's go back out. It has stopped raining. Got the big bag this time. You got your mask?
Yep.
So the rain has finally stopped and we have made it to the Castillo de San Felipe, which is this historic fortress that is right behind me. And basically what this fortress was is it helped protect the port of Cartagena for the past 500 years. The city here, since it's on the coast, they had a very active port that would be importing, exporting a lot of different goods. And because of all that movement of goods, there was a lot of riches here that the Spanish had to store away. And basically, in order to protect all of their riches from pirates, from the British, and from other invaders that wanted to take it, they built all these fortresses in order to protect it. So it's really cool. The history of this place is incredible. But Claire and I have actually decided that we're not going to head to the top of the fortress because it is a little bit expensive, and we're going to head back towards Old Town and explore the streets there because it also has a lot of history, and there's even this walled city that we really want to see as well.
So we just made it to Old Town Cartagena, and when we walked through those beautiful yellow arches, we saw 3 gorgeous ladies wearing the most colorful dresses of yellow, blue, and red, which are the colors of the Colombian flag. And I was like, oh my gosh, Chad, I really want a picture with them. And so we paid 10,000 Colombian pesos to take several pictures with them, and it was so worth it. And at one point they actually put the fruit on my head, and it was actually very heavy. I was like, oh my gosh. And like, she was holding it for me already, and so I was like, I can't believe they're carrying around these fruit baskets on their heads. And it was just a very fun photo shoot experience.
So we've been walking around Old Town, and it's been really reminding me of our time in Savannah because it is just so historic and so old. But now we're going to try to watch the sunset over by the water. So we just finished walking around Old Town and now we are making a quick stop at our Airbnb to cool off, but then we're gonna actually head to dinner, and we decided that we're gonna go to the same place that we went to for lunch just because it was a lot cheaper and it was honestly delicious and they got it out very fast. So I'm excited to have that place again.
I think we both just really want their drinks again because that pineapple juice was so good. So we got 3 mojitos because it's actually the best deal on their drink menu. And so now we have 3 gorgeous cups to enjoy. So the first thing we got is the bandeja paisa, which we did talk about in our Salento video, but basically it's the national dish of Colombia. And of course we had to get it one more time since this is our final destination. And then here we have a shrimp ceviche because we are on the coast. We thought about getting some more seafood and it looks really, really good. And I want to compare it to the ceviche that we had in Peru. That is very good. In flavor, it's very similar to the ceviche that they have in Peru, except I think there's a little bit less lime in it. But very tasty. I haven't had ceviche with shrimp before, so it's a nice little new texture rather than the raw fish that I usually have with it.
So we just made it back from the restaurant and we are absolutely stuffed to the brim.
Yeah.
That was a lot of food and I'm pretty sure
paisa got me.
it always gets us. So that's probably going to be the last bandeja paisa that we eat in Colombia.
Yeah.
And we're going to sleep so long.
So well. But with that, we are obviously very ready to go to sleep and just pass out for the next couple hours. And we will see you guys tomorrow for day 2 in Cartagena. Good morning, my friends, to day 2 in Cartagena. We actually woke up and we had no idea what we were going to do today. We wanted to go to the beach, but we weren't sure if that was actually going to work out because the tour company that we emailed never got back to us. So today we woke up and we actually walked around Cartagena and looked out for a tour company that was offering something similar. And so today we are going to be heading over to Playa Blanca, which is a beautiful, pristine white sand beach near Cartagena that is extremely known, and we want to check that out. And then on top of that, we're also gonna go see some bioluminescent plankton at night. So I'm so excited for that, but it won't start until 1:50 p.m. So we're gonna go eat some ramen and fill up so that we have enough energy to continue on with the day. Chad is in here getting our ramen nice and prepped. Wow, it's very foggy. It's because it's just so humid here. Alright, we are all full of ramen and we are ready to depart on the tour.
I'm so excited.
So we've just made it in the van that's going to take us to the beach, but when we got here we actually forgot our GoPro back at home and we really wanted to bring it because the waters are supposed to be like crystal clear, and so Chad had to run all the way back and then sprint all the way to the van so that we can make it on time, and he is very, very sweaty now and very red.
I'm so glad we have it though. But man.
So we just got to Playa Blanca and we have ourselves a little welcome drink. I believe it's a pina colada. And we're gonna basically drink all this and then hopefully one of us will stay and watch the bag while the other one swims because the water feels so, so nice. So I'm getting in the water and it feels so good. It's been so long since we went swimming. I mean, other than the Amazon River, but this time we don't have to be scared of anything biting us or, I don't know, electrocuting us. So this is really nice. We can see right through the water and the temperature is quite perfect.
I could not think of a better way to wrap up Colombia right now. Being in the water is so nice. And I'm just thinking about how if I were to just keep swimming this direction, I would make it back to the US, which is just kind of cool. We are always keeping an eye on our bag because there are definitely a lot of people around here. So I'm not sure if it's high tide or low tide right now. I would hope that it's high tide because the water is very close to all the buildings.
So on the coast, they have something called coconut rice, and it's basically this rice that tastes like it's been soaked in coconut water, and it's so fragrant and so delicious. I really, really like it.
So we just made it on the boat and we are now going to look at bioluminescent plankton. Hopefully I can show you guys, but it is pretty dark outside. We just made it off of the bus after our incredible short afternoon on the beach.
Yes.
I'm really glad that we did that because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to see the coast at all.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll talk about it a little bit more later. But right now we're actually going to head over to a square that's near our Airbnb. The first night that we got into Cartagena, there was this man selling the best kebabs in the entire world. And because it's our last night here, we're gonna go get, I think, 6 of them.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of cash left, you know, like Colombian pesos that we need to use up. We're just gonna go eat our hearts full with kebabs. So we've officially made it home. And in addition to getting our 5 kebabs, actually, not 6, we got 2 fruit drinks. So one of them is the same drink that we got the other day, so pineapple. You think it's that one?
I think it's this one.
Oh yeah, I can tell just by the smell. It's so fragrant. Whoop. And then the other one that we got is a fruit called lulo. And apparently it's special to Colombia and some other Latin American countries. But basically what lulo is, it's this orange fruit that if you cut it down the middle, it's actually divided into 4 sections. And it kind of looks like a 4-leaf clover on the inside. It's got like a dark green clover shape. So we're going to taste the fruit through a smoothie, I suppose.
Yeah. The way that I would describe it, I think it's a mix between a kiwi and a tomato.
Interesting. I'm gonna say yes to the tomato. I'm actually allergic to kiwi, so I don't really remember what kiwi tastes like.
I think it's similar to kiwi, honestly.
Yeah, something mixed with tomato, so I'm just gonna go with what you said.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really tasty.
This place makes the best drinks. They're so smooth. It's like you're drinking that fruit, but in milk form.
Yeah, it's delicious. And look at these portions. Like, in comparison to my face, it's basically a huge soup container and they filled it with this fresh smoothie. It's so worth it. It's only 5 Colombian pesos, so amazing deal. Now let's show you these kebabs that we've been raving about.
I think because we got so many tonight, he was like, you want this sauce? Do you want this sauce? Do you want this sauce? So we got all of the sauces.
Yeah.
So this is the kebab. Hopefully it is focusing for you, but
I'll
Hopefully it is focusing for you, but we got barbecue, ketchup, and another...
I don't know. Mystery sauce. I think it's
Mystery
queso.
sauce.
So basically, you've got all these wonderfully cooked pieces of, I believe it's steak, and in between each one is a onion as well as pepper, and then you've got 2 little potatoes on the edges.
We had the perfect amount of money left for our taxi to the airport tomorrow. Otherwise, we had no more Colombian currency because we are heading to our next country.
I know. So, let's wrap up Colombia, shall we?
I guess we'll wrap it up by going through our favorite Colombian memory. I'm pretty sure everyone can guess that my favorite memory was that coffee in Salento. It was so good, and it has definitely raised my standards for coffee. I can still enjoy the instant coffee, obviously, but I am so excited to get more into coffee one day. I think that'll be a hobby of mine later on.
I'm gonna say my favorite Colombian food that we've had because I feel like I speak through food, and so I think I'm gonna have to stick with one of the first things we ate, the tamales in Bogota. Wow.
Those are really good.
Yeah, like I could eat those breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You just don't get tired of it, and it goes down so easily, and now I really want to learn how to make my own tamales at home. So that's going to be my favorite food memory in Colombia, and with that, it is so sad to see this country coming to an end, but we had a fantastic time in our second country in the whole wide world.
Crazy.
And so now the next video is actually going to be country number 3. So if you do want to follow along on our journey and see where we go next, do hit subscribe. We'd love to have you along on the adventure. And with that, we will see you guys next time.
Bye. Guys.